Hey, Miss Amy's art students. I cannot wait to talk to you about this next lesson, which is all about pattern. And so let's just review the lines to the shapes to the patterns, okay? So a lot of times in drawing and art, we might start with a line, and then those lines combine together to create a shape. So these are more the geometric shapes. The ones that are kind of fixed in space and have names for them. I know you all know a lot of names for these shapes. The square, circle, semicircle, the triangle. So these are geometric shapes. These are organic shapes. They are a little more free form, and we often see these in nature with trees and clouds and leaf shapes and water droplets. Now, when you take shapes and you repeat them over and over again, then they create a pattern. So when you take circles and repeat them, it's a polka dot pattern. When you take squares and repeat them, it's a checkered or a gingham pattern. These are more like a chevron stripe pattern. This is paisley. And then when you repeat flowers, like I have on my dress, that is called a floral pattern. So in this art project, it's entitled Your Hand in Pattern Land. And you're going to trace your hand, and then we're going to section the background behind your hand out into shapes, and then we're going to put patterns inside those shapes, okay? So for this assignment, for this art project, you're going to use paper and pencil or crayon or marker. So you ask your adult, your grown-up, what they're most comfortable with you using, and then do that, okay? I'm gonna do marker and crayon on this one so you all can see what that looks like. So I'm gonna take my hand first and trace it onto the paper, and you might need some help from your grown-up with this. So I'm gonna lay it nice and still, and then I'm gonna come around like this. And then I've got my hand. On this example, I made jagged shapes. On this example, I'm gonna curve out shapes in the background. So I've got one line for this space. That's my second space. My third space. Fourth space, and my fifth space. You all can make as many spaces behind your hand as you want, okay? And so for this space, I'm gonna do some repeating circles, which we call, that's right, polka dots. In my second space, I will do straight lines, up and down, call that vertical lines. In the next space, I'm going to repeat checks, squares, then this I'm going to do some organic shapes. In this, I'm going to do some triangle shapes. Then if you have them at home and if it's okay with your grown-up, you can either color them in with markers or you can color them in with crayons. So I'm going to use crayons and I'm going to choose this reddish color for my polka dots. It's kind of a red violet. And I'm going to kind of do a large circle and then come in smaller, smaller, and smaller to kind of shade it in. And you can choose whichever colors that you want. And I would do these two. Now on this one, I'm going to shade in the background of the shape and keep my organic shapes white. See, this nice seafoam green. It's kind of turquoise. And I'm coming in. And shading that background. Okay, and I would shade the rest of it. And then you can pick a shape and put it in the palm of your hand also. So I picked a heart and I can show you how to draw that here. So you would start there in the middle and do a curve and come down like a hook. And then you can match it up on the other side. And then if you want to work smaller into those and get smaller and smaller, you can do that. On this hand project, I use marker. So on this shape, I will do some patterns like this and repeat those. And this one I will finish in crayon. Okay, so hand in pattern land, I cannot wait to see what y'all come up with. Please make sure that your grown-up writes your first and last name either on a sticky or on the artwork in the corner, just so I can discern whose work belongs to whom, okay? All right, we'll see you in 2 weeks with a fresh new project. Have fun, y'all. Bye.